Hello, beautiful people. I greet you specially, and I'm so glad to be in your midst as usual. Okay, now today we have stories that have to do with our dear Ooni of Ife's palace, and I'm very sure at the end of these stories for today, you guys are going to, I'll be glad we brought them to your doorstep. Okay, and I have this one as Olori Mariam, allegedly, raging, as Ooni of Ife picks Tadenikawo over her for a historic Oyotunji visit. Yes, I'm sure you guys, those of you who are familiar with Ooni of Ife stories, you will have heard us talk about Oyotunji Yoruba village in faraway California. And not too long ago, I think last year, sometime last year, their Oba, unfortunately, had something happen, and that was that. We just sincerely did one or two reports about that, So the Oyotunji village in California, does everything. They have everything. It has a paraphernalia of Yoruba tradition, or regalia, as you want to have it, all over the village, So everything they do in typical Yoruba land, is also practiced in that Oyotunji village. In fact, everything you want to talk about, if I worship, all the things that are done in Ilefe, most of those things they worship, all those ancestral practice, they are all done in Oyotunji village. Okay, so there's a very close relationship between Oyotunji village and the Ooni of Ife's palace and with the Yoruba race at large. Okay, so this story has to do with Oyotunji village. Now we are told that a storm is brewing. Is brewing in the ancient palace of Ileife, and this time it is not just whispers in the corridors. This one don't pass whispers. You need to just listen to this story to the end. And I hope that you guys, like I said, you remember that popular village, that Yoruba village in California. Yes, so this story is centered around it, like I said. So it's been rumored that the sacred grounds of Oyotunji, the Yoruba village in faraway California, is preparing for what could be the most significant cultural event in the history of that village, a sort of a pan Yoruba heritage and history festival. That is what the rumor mill is saying they are planning to have. So the event, designed to honor the ancestral ties between the village and its spiritual homeland, Nigeria, is said to welcome the greatest royal figure of Yoruba land. That is our dear Kabiyesi himself. Yes. Traditionally, such a prestigious occasion will see the Ooni of Ife, our dear Kabiyesi, flanked by one of his queens, most likely his first wife. Okay? Now, and the standard of the first wife, of course, you know the reasons for that. In the past, it's like it was during the days of Queen Naomi in the palace. She was the one, making such trip with Ooni of Ife. Okay? But outside Queen Naomi, you will have been thinking that it is Miriam that will make this sort of trip. But this time, something unexpected has happened, according to this rumor that is coming out. Yes, so something that has sent shockwaves through the palace and thrown the royal household into chaos following Ooni of Ife's unprecedented decision. You need to just hear that decision. No, you go, Una. If I you guys, you give kudos to our dear KBC for this decision. Okay, so despite having multiple wives, of course, you guys know that he has many of them. The Ooni of Ife has chosen not to take any of them to this historic event. Just listen. Instead, he has decided to attend with his beloved son, Prince Tadenikawo. Yes, so of all people, he pushed the wives them aside. He has decided to go with Prince Tadenikawo as a symbolic representative of Queen Naomi, his deeply revered wife. Okay? But Kabiyesi do this one. If I must say this, Kabiyesi do this one. Sure. Now, the decision, sources say, is tied to Queen Naomi's travel restriction due to the ongoing Ibadan Children's Fun Fest Stampede legal dispute. I'm sure you guys are aware that as a result of that unfortunate situation, when Queen Naomi went to custody and the legal proceedings started, you guys are aware that when she was granted bail, it was reported that she was told to get alongside her other partners not to travel out of this country. As a matter of fact, they were advised to submit their passports. Okay, so that is the reason why Queen Naomi is unable to make this trip with Ooni of Ife. And I'm so glad that Ooni has decided to, take Tadenikawo, along, to honor her presence in spirit, to honor Queen Naomi. Okay, so to honor her presence in spirit, Ooni of Ife wants their son to take her place. Wow, is this not excellent? Is this not beautiful to even just hear? Can you imagine this? Sometimes people will come here and be ranting, KBC is this, that. But the thing is, this man is a good man. I tell you, he is a good man, regardless of what you hear out there. So this is why, like I said, I so much respect KBC. Despite everything said about him, he has always taken tough decisions once he's convinced about whatever he's doing. But this decision has expectedly ignited a fierce battle within the palace. And leading the battle, according to this rumor making the rounds, is no other person than Olori Mariam, allegedly. Palace insiders have reported that Olori Mariam is rumored to be very livid. Well, I don't know why, but maybe I don't know. I don't have anything to say on this, but the report is saying that she's been very livid. Not only does she feel disrespected and silenced, but she also sees the move as yet another reminder that Queen Naomi still holds a special place in KBAC's heart. Omo, una just they know this one, Abi. Maybe you guys are learners, okay? But how can he humiliate his own wives like this? How can he make us invisible while parading Queen Naomi's son to the world? She reportedly fumed in private meetings with her inner circle. This is what this report is saying. But now, wow, which one be say parading Queen Naomi's son? Tadenikawo is Ooni of Ife's first son. For crying out loud, my people, put some respect to that boy's name. Put some respect to that name. Okay? What is worse, rumors in the palace suggest that Ooni of Ife did not even consult his wives before making this decision. It was only through royal aides that they discovered he had already finalized plans to travel with Tadenikawo. So that means they heard this thing from gossip. Ooni of Ife did not, recognize them important enough to even have a conversation with them on this. The tension has reached all-time high, and the once peaceful palace now stands divided. On one side, Olori Mariam, and her allies are fighting to maintain the dignity of the queens. On the other hand, Ooni of Ife remains firm, determined to carry out his plans without interference. I trust Kabiyesi, honestly. But the real question now is, will Ooni of Ife bend under the pressure and replace Tadenikawo with Olori Mariam? Or will he stand his ground and defy the palace? Sources close to the palace reveal that some figures loyal to Olori Mariam are rumored to already be plotting behind the scene, for something to be done. There was rumor that certain elders may try to pressure the Ooni of Ife into abandoning the plan altogether. Some even suggest that the last-minute royal intervention might be staged to stop Tadenikawo from traveling out to Oyontuche village with Ooni of Ife. They can try, sha, but I trust Kabiyesi so well that look, if he has made up his mind on something, he sees to the end of it. So I don't think 1 million of elders or 1 million wives can stop him if truly he has made up his mind on taking Tadenikawo to Oyontuche village. Okay? But Oni is no ordinary king, and people need to know this. Oni of Ife, our dear Kabisi, is no ordinary king. He is the custodian of the Yoruba culture, a man whose every decision carries spiritual significance. So as the days, as the countdown to the historic festival, gets closer, All eyes are on the Ooni of Ife, our dear Kabiyesi. Will he remain resolute and travel with Tadenikawo, or will palace forces succeed in forcing him to choose Olori Mariam instead? If you ask me now, who I go ask this question big, but like I keep saying, the Ooni of Ife, our dear Kabiyesi that we all know, I don't see him changing or bending his decision in any way. So one thing is certain, very, very certain. A major showdown is coming. Yes, so I can say it. And the fate of this royal decision that Ooni of Ife, our dear Kabiyesi, has taken will shake the Yoruba kingdom to its core. If you ask me, once again, now who I go ask? So this is the story that came out at this time. And the moment I heard it, I just told myself that, man, you have to hurry up and make this story available to all Queen Naomi lovers all over the place. Just imagine after that in the Stampede, after that case, and Queen Naomi was asked to submit her passport. Of course, we know that Queen Naomi is someone that respects the rule of law. He will not do anything that is unlawful. So, of course, he can't travel out of the country in respect to that court decision. But look at the way Ooni of Ife, our dear Kabiyesi, is even showing respect because he knows that Queen Naomi will not be able to make that trip. But are there other reasons why he has decided to take Tadenikawo along, to Oyontuche village? Are there other reasons that we are not privy to? Are there other reasons that might emerge tomorrow? Well, I really don't know. And I can't say because, like I always tell you guys, I don't live in a palace. I'm not related to any of the people we have discussed on this story. And moreover, these stories, like I always say, are also coming out of the realm of speculation and rumors already making the rounds in the social media. We only do our curating, and whatever will come out with, we reenact it in a way that is much more lucid for your understanding. And that is exactly what I've done here. So do not take this story for 100% fact. Okay? So I'm going to be back with another follow up story on this. And for those of you who have comments to make, please feel free to go to the comment section and drop your comment. I'm going to meet you right there straight away.